confirmed an oil slick near the Volga-Neft 212, though no precise spill data is available. Concerns grow that the spill could worsen the Black Sea's environmental damage from over 2 years of war. Time now for the weather. A dry weather advisory continues for the Busan region. Currently, it is 7 degrees Celsius and clear. That's all we have time for this hour's news. Thanks for listening. You're listening to BEFM, 부산영어방송.
Your best choice. BEFM, 부산영어방송.
Coming up next is For Your Busan with David Kim. BEFM, 부산영어방송.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Mahatma Gandhi once said, "The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others," perfectly expressing the essence of volunteering. By dedicating our time and energy to helping others, we don't just improve their lives, we also learn about ourselves. Volunteering isn't only about giving, it's a chance to gain new skills, perspectives, and meaningful connections. It helps us grow while making a positive impact on the world. So, how can we begin to share our kindness and make a difference? Well, good afternoon, everybody. This is David Kim. Welcome to For Your Busan. Let's kick it off with this song, You Better You Bet by The Who.
Never forgets. I love to hear you say my name, especially when you say yes. I got your body right now on my mind, but I jump myself back to the sound of old T-Rex. To the sound of old T-Rex. Oh, and who's next? You better, you better. When I say I love you, you say you better. You better, you better, you better. When I say I need you, you scream you better. You better, you better, you better. When I say I love you, you say you better. You better, you better, you better. When I say I need you, you say you better. You better, you better, you better. When I say I love you, you say you better. You better, you better, you better. When I say I need you, you scream you better. You better, you better, you better. You better bet your life. Love will cut you just like a knife.
You Better You Bet by The Who. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to For Your Busan. I am your host, David Kim. What a beautiful day outside today. It's slightly chilly. I mean, it is the winter temperatures, like 5-6 degrees Celsius or something like that. Now, I did talk about in the beginning about volunteering, a quote from Mahatma Gandhi as well. Have you guys ever tried volunteering? When was the last time you volunteered at a center, for an organization, maybe some specific event that you went to and you decided to volunteer as well? The last time I did, I feel kind of bad for saying this, was probably in my teenage years. I volunteered a lot just to fill up that 40-hour volunteer requirement for me to graduate. Other than that, I don't think I volunteered much afterwards. But, helping others might seem difficult at first, which is true, but it gets easier, right? And the more you do it, the more it is that you want to give as well. And there are countless places in our neighborhood that could use a helping hand. And with just a little effort, they're easy to find. And taking that first step might feel intimidating, but the sense of fulfillment you experience after volunteering can inspire you to continue sharing your time and energy. And last week, Busan City celebrated Volunteer Day with the 2024 Busan Volunteer Conference, an event dedicated to appreciating and encouraging volunteers who bring warmth and hope to their communities. Established by the United Nations in 1985, Volunteer Day honors the dedication of volunteers worldwide. And Korea has observed this day since 2005 to promote volunteerism and uplift the spirit of giving back. Following Volunteer Day, Volunteer Week features various programs to encourage more participation. And as the winter season brings colder days, the need for help grows. And so instead of maybe looking forward to grand opportunities, why not start by helping places close to home? It's a simple yet meaningful way to spend the season, spreading warmth to both yourself and your community. Now, every day you get the chance to give us a text topic. So suggest a text topic that you'll like me, along with every other listeners tuning in, to discuss throughout the show. Today's topic will be decided by you. 네, 오늘도 부산 For Your Busan의 토픽은 여러분이 하고 싶은 이야기로 정해집니다. 여러분이 오늘 이야기하고 싶은 주제 토픽 알려주시면 됩니다. Send it to pound 9050 샵 9050. It'll cost you 101, a Kakao Talk message or NotTube Live. Meanwhile, I'll tell you what's coming up in today's show. We have Busan Is, short for Busan is Amazing. We get to dive into all the reasons that make Busan such a wonderful place to live in. We get news updates and we learn a Korean idiom or two. We also have DJ, short for David's Journal, and you get to discover what caught my eye today. It's our chance to share innovative and creative sparks with you, igniting inspiration and curiosity. We also have Busan Hot Places with Jimmy to come in and tell us all sorts of experiences that he's had in an event that he's been to as well. In the second half, we have On the Mic, stories of Busan locals who are interviewed. We have a storytelling segment called Busan's Tale with Haley to come in. And then, of course, our daily segment, quiz segment, where you can participate to win a prize or two. I see lots of people have tuned in. Good afternoon to you guys. Benny Nim, Pure Brian Nim. We've had Jen Lee Nim also tuning in. And I guess there's greetings being exchanged to one another and also text topic suggestions. So send in your comments, your texts, any messages, song requests even to pound 9050 shop 9050. It'll cost you 100 won a Kakao Talk or YouTube Live. We've got Pure Brian saying volunteering is so heartwarming thing to do. It is indeed. There are so many charity organizations, even events that you could even, big events, small events. There are places that always need a hand. And when you do decide to volunteer, it's really different than paid activities because when you're getting paid, you have that responsibility and role that you have to do. But volunteering, I feel like it's less, it is structured, but less, I guess, super strict when it comes to what you should do. It's more like what you can do. And everyone's really nice and friendly. Everyone's just working hard together as a team. It just feels good. All right, keep those messages coming in. We'll take a quick break and go right into our first segment, Busan Is.
Stay connected to Busan's rhythm with For Your Busan, airing daily from 4:05 to 6 p.m. Blending your friends' voices with the latest information and news from our vibrant city.
It is time for Busan Is with Hong Dang in the studio. Hello.
안녕하세요. 반갑습니다. 월요일입니다.
Yeah, long time no see.
네, 주말 잘 보내셨어요?
Weekend was well spent. How about you?
네, 좋았습니다. 네,
Good.
편안한 주말.
Yeah.
네, 우리 많은 분들도 마음이 좀 편안해지셨는지 그리고 많은 분들이 원하시는 대로 모든 것들이 흘러가야 하는 그런 덕담이 오가는 시간이잖아요.
Sure.
12월은 그렇습니다. 그렇죠?
Lots of things happened and is still happening
네.
in December.
네, 그렇습니다.
All right.
자, 오늘 소식 전해드리겠습니다. 박형준 부산시장이 어제 대통령 탄핵소추안 가결에 따른 긴급회의를 열고 부산시장으로서 국민들에게 송구스럽다며 연말연시 민생 안정에 최선을 다하겠다고 밝혔습니다. 부산시는 회의에서 높아진 국내외 불확실성의 그 속에서 경제, 관광, 건설, 건축, 복지 등 시민의 일상과 밀접한 분야별 정책을 점검하고 대응 방향을 논의했습니다. 마이스 업계 동향과 지원 대책을 비롯해서 건설과 건축 경기, 현황과 대응, 취약계층 지원과 연말연시, 나눔 분위기 확산 등 민생 안정 주요 정책을 집중적으로 확인했는데요. 박 시장은 우리 헌정 질서에서 국민들을 충격에 빠뜨리는 일이 또 발생하고 말았다며 이번 일에 대해 부산시장으로서 굉장히 송구스럽게 생각한다고 말했습니다.
So Busan Mayor Park Hyung-jun held an emergency meeting yesterday following the passing of the impeachment motion against President Yoon Suk-yeol, expressing his apologies to the public and pledging efforts to stabilize livelihoods during the year-end season. And at an expanded emergency meeting held at the City Hall, Busan officials reviewed and discussed responses to heightened domestic and international uncertainties across key sectors like the economy, tourism, construction, architecture, and welfare. Discussions focused on major policies related to stabilizing livelihoods, including trends and support measures for the MICE industry, short for meetings, incentives, conventions, and exhibitions, responses to the construction sector downturn, support for vulnerable groups, and promoting a spirit of sharing during the year-end season.
네, 부산을 떠나려는 청년 가운데 절반 이상이 취업 때문에 이주하고 싶다는 조사 결과가 나왔습니다. 부산시가 지난 8월 23일부터 9월 12일까지 부산 시민 3만 1,000여 명을 대상으로 실시한 2024 부산 사회조사 결과를 발표했는데요. 건강과 안전, 환경, 가족, 사회, 통합 등 5개 부문으로 나눠서 진행됐습니다. 조사 결과 청년층을 대상으로 다른 지역으로의 이주 계획이 있냐는 질문에 20.3%가 있다고 답했습니다. 그 시기는 2년에서 4년 후가 45.8%로 가장 높았고요. 이주 계획이 있는 이들의 희망 지역은 수도권이 75.2%로 가장 높았습니다. 이주의 이유는 구직과 취업, 직장이 66.5%로 가장 높았습니다. 이번 조사 결과에 대한 자세한 사항은 부산시 빅데이터 웨이브 누리집에서 확인할 수 있습니다.
Right. A recent survey revealed that more than half of young people in Busan who are planning to leave the city want to move for employment opportunities. The city of Busan announced the results of the 2024 Busan Social Survey conducted from August the 23rd until September the 12th, involving 31,000 Busan citizens. Now, the survey is used as foundational data for local community policy development, focusing on 5 areas: health, safety, environment, family, and social integration. According to the survey, when asked whether they plan to move to another area, 20.3% of young people aged 15 to 39 responded affirmatively. Of those, 45.8% plan to move in 2 to 4 years, 18.9% in 5 to 9 years, and 15.4% within the next year.
네, 내일부터 3일 동안 백스코 등지에서 한국어 교과를 채택한 일본과 베트남 학교 학생 80명과 한국 학생 120명이 참가하는 부산 글로컬 한글 축제가 열립니다. 부산시 교육청은 한국어 교육을 기반으로 학생 주도적 국제 교류를 활성화하는 데 중점을 두고 이번 축제를 운영합니다. 축제에서는 오사카와 하노이 한국교육원에서 추천받은 외국 학생들과 글로벌 청소년 교류 봉사단 등 한국 학생들이 함께하는 다양한 프로그램으로 진행됩니다.
Right. So the Busan Metropolitan Office of Education announced on the 16th that the Busan Global Hangul Festival will be held from December the 17th until the 19th at Bexco in Haeundae and other venues. The festival will bring together 80 students from Japanese and Vietnamese schools offering Korean language courses and 120 Korean students.
네, 지역과 대학이 동반 성장 혁신 생태계를 구축하는 부산시 라이즈 얼라이언스가 오늘 오후 부산시청에서 출범식을 갖고 본격적인 활동에 들어갔습니다. 라이즈는 지역 혁신 중심의 대학 지원 체계를 말합니다. 이번 출범식은 지자체, 대학, 상공계, 공공기관 등 31개 기관이 부산 라이즈 기본계획안을 최종 점검하고 업무 협약을 체결하기 위해서 마련됐습니다.
All right. So on December 16th, the Busan Rise Alliance held its launch ceremony at the City Hall, marking the beginning of efforts to create an ecosystem for joint growth and innovation between the region and universities. So RISE stands for Regional Innovation System for Education, refers to a region-centered university support system.
네, 제11회 해운대 빛축제가 지난 토요일 개막했습니다. 점등식 행사도 예정됐지만 탄핵 정국 등 당시 사회적 분위기를 고려해 점등식은 취소됐었죠. 군함로와 해운대시장, 해운대 온천길, 백사장 일대 1.35km에 설치한 빛 조형물 점등식을 가졌습니다. 군함로 입구에는 눈빛 정원에서 5분마다 눈이 내린대요. 또 눈이 내리는 구간을 지나면 낮에는 햇빛을 받아서 빛나고 또 밤에는 조명 때문에 반짝이는 스노우볼로가 생겼습니다. 또 군함로 끝자락에는 높이 12m의 스마트 트리가 생겨서 크리스마스에 관련한 영상이 상영되고요. 또 해운대 이벤트 광장에는 메인 작품인 이 화이트 캐슬이 만들어져서 눈과 관련된 영상 공연이 펼쳐진다고 합니다. 또 올해 마지막 날인 31일 밤 11시에는 1000대의 드론쇼와 함께하는 2025 카운트다운 행사도 마련됩니다. 축제는 내년 2월 2일까지 계속됩니다.
So under the theme New Waves, Brilliant Tides, the 11th Haeundae Light Festival kicked off over the weekend on the 14th. At the entrance of the festival on Gunamno, a snowlight garden made of white trees will create a magical scene where snow falls every 5 minutes. And walking through this snowy pathway leads to the 230-meter-long New Waves Road, filled with glowing snowballs. And these snowballs shine in sunlight during the day and sparkle under lights at night. At the end of the Gunamno stands a 12-meter-high smart tree, which will display Christmas-related videos, and the festival will continue until February the 2nd of next year.
네, 부산정보산업진흥원은 오는 21일과 22일 부산 e스포츠 경기장 브레나에서 TEN 이터널 리턴 글로벌 쇼 매치 대회를 개최합니다. 부산시가 주최하고 라우드 코퍼레이션이 공동 주관하고요. 이번 대회는 국내 8개 팀과 미국, 뉴욕, 일본 오사카, 중국 항저우, 타이페이에서 초청된 4개 팀이 참여합니다.
So the Busan Information Industry Promotion Agency said today that the 10 Eternal Return Global Show match will be held on the 21st until the 22nd at the Busan Esports Arena known as Brenna.
네, 연말이라 개인적으로 또 뭐 회사 다니시는 분들은 공동체 안에서도 굉장히 바쁜 시간들 지나가실 텐데요.
네.
네, 너무 과식하지 마시고.
Yes.
네, 너무 과음하지 마시고.
너무 과음하면은
네.
이제 그 내년
그러죠.
그 New Year's Resolution
네네,
세울 때 또
그렇습니다.
다이어트 나올 것 같아요.
네, 1월 1일부터 시작하면 조금 늦더라고요.
뭐가요?
계획이나 실행이.
아, 계획 실행이
네네. 그래서
미리 하는
조금만
거예요.
미리 한번 해보는 거예요.
아, 그렇죠.
지금부터 한번 연습을
네.
해보는 겁니다.
Okay,
1월 1일이다 생각하고.
약간 트라이얼 런, 베이타 테스팅, 트라이얼 런 합시다.
계속 리허설 하는 거죠.
맞습니다.
네, 자 하루에 한 가지씩 속담 전해드리고 있습니다. 자,
Alright.
오늘은 역시 빈칸에 알맞은. 네.
Okay, to fill in the blank, it is time for a Korean idiom learning time. And as I have to fill it in the blank, as 홍당당 gives me the choices to fill in the blank, you guys have to help me out.
네, 요즘 데이빗의 이 속담 실력이 너무 좋잖아요.
아니에요. It was all luck. 운이
자,
좋았습니다.
아, 그래요. 자,
네.
오늘 자 역시 빈칸에 알맞은 것을 넣어주세요.
오케이.
자, 이 뜻은요. 기껏 요구하는 것이 너무나 하찮은 때일 때 비유적으로 하는 말이에요. 뭐 소원 하나 빌어봐, 말해봐라고 했을 때 너무 하찮은 것을 얘기한다. 이런 뜻이겠죠. 그래서 소원이 평생 소원이 무엇? 이게 속담이에요.
평생 소원이 무엇?
이 무엇은 무엇일까요? 보기 드릴게요. 평생 소원이 1번 초가집,
초가집,
2번 누룽지, 3번 아이스크림.
초가집 is what is that? Like a house?
네.
Okay.
지프로 만드는.
그쵸.
네.
Okay.
자, 평생 소원이 초가집, 평생 소원이 누룽지, 평생 소원이 아이스크림.
평생 소원이 누룽지 정답. 맞죠?
네.
아, yes.
알고 있어서요?
It's so easy.
진짜
you make it so
천재야.
easy. 왜냐하면요,
네.
너무 obvious한 answer choice만 하고 있어요.
아, 왜요? 평생 소원이 초가집도 괜찮지 않아요? 평생
그거는 너무 엄청 좋은 거잖아요.
초가집이 안 좋은.
옛날에는 집 자체가 없는 사람들도
그래요?
많았을 텐데
굉장히.
사극을 많이 봐서.
그래도 뭐 대궐 같은 뭐 기와집 정도 돼야 이게 좋은 거라서. 그럼 어쨌든 정답입니다. 평생 소원이 누룽지. 네, 기껏 요구하는 것이 너무나 하찮은 것임을 비유적으로 이르는 말입니다.
네.
네, 소박하게도 가끔 우리 그 토픽 설정됐을 때 뭐.
If you said maybe
네.
아이스 말고 아이스 뭐라고 바라고 하나요? 옛날 뭐 부르는 단어 있었잖아요. 얼음 과자 or something.
네네네.
If you said something like that, I would have been confused.
맞아요. 뭐 옛날에는 뭐 하드라고도 했고.
맞아요.
아이스케이크라고도 했어요.
네, 맞아요.
기껏 요구하는 것이 아이스크림.
네.
그런데 우리 애기들은 너무 뭘 잘했다, 뭐 사줄까, 크리스마스 선물해줄까 하면은 어떤 친구는 드라마에서도 봤는데 뭐 눈사람 이렇게 하기도 했고. 그렇죠?
그쵸.
네, 아주 작은 거, 귀여운
작은
거.
것들. 네.
네.
그렇죠.
그게 좋은 것 같기도 하고요. 네.
기껏 요구하는 것이 너무나 하찮은 것임을 비유적으로 이르는 말. 평생 소원이 누룽지. Oh, awesome. Thank you for today's Korean idiom.
감사합니다.
Thank you again for the today's news updates.
네.
Before you go, 홍당당, today's text topic has been chosen. 오늘의 문자 주제가 정해졌거든요. 이번 겨울에 여행하고 싶은 나라나 도시가 있나요? 그 이유와 함께 알려주세요. 8803번님 texted in with a text topic suggestion. Where would you like to go this winter?
아, 평생 소원이 누룽지. 그런 가장 소망. 저 부산 시내 한번
그러니까요.
걸어보고 싶어요.
오늘 속담에 딱 맞네요.
네, 해운대 빛축제 가보고 싶어요.
네.
아,
다른 나라 다른 도시.
다른 나라 다른 도시.
네, 알려주세요.
저는 너무 한적하고 조용한 곳보다는 그 도시가 좀 재밌더라고요.
아, 그러나요?
도시, 대도시.
네. 오케이.
그래서 어느 나라에 있으면 그 수도. 뭐 어디든 수도. 제일 화려한 곳. 좀 바쁜 곳.
So choose one and let me know which one.
나 다른 나라 그랬죠?
Yeah. Where? 아시아 건너서 뭐 유럽,
그래, 맞아. 그냥
북미?
얘기해놓으면 돼. 아, 그래요.
워싱턴 DC.
네, 워싱턴 DC.
Wow, that's so
네.
far.
멀리 가보죠, 뭐.
네, 와 좋습니다.
네.
얼마 안 남았는데. 아, 올해 겨울은 아직 남았으니까 괜찮네요.
네. 뭐.
아, 근데
말은 할 수 있잖아요.
올해 겨울이라고 하면은 December까지 아니에요?
올해 겨울이니까. 그렇죠.
그렇죠. 그러면 시간 많이 안 남았는데.
네. 가보고 싶다.
소원만.
아,
Just
소원만.
wish, just
네.
hope. All right, thank you, 홍당당. We'll see you tomorrow.
네, 뵙겠습니다. 고맙습니다.
All right, that's 홍당당 with the news and some idioms as well. We got 6495번님 texting in and saying 내년 저의 새해 다짐은 겸손인데 홍당당의 말씀하시는 걸 보면 배울 점이 많습니다. Ooh, right. We talked briefly with 홍당당 and she said that 내년 다짐, like 2025, you got to start early so that you can actually practice it and successfully, I guess, accomplish it or, make the goals accomplished in the following year. So, yeah, 6495번님 basically saying how wise 홍당당 is. Yeah, let me know. Today's text topic is where would you like to go in the remaining winter season left in 2024? What country, what city? Let me know. Text in at pound 9050 샵 9050 will cost you 101. A Kakao Talk message. Search for 부산영어방송 and add us as a friend or YouTube Live. Benny-nim texting in saying, I'm from the Philippines, so perhaps I would like to recommend anyone else to visit the Philippines, especially Cebu. Ooh, nice. Okay, tell me more about Cebu. What sort of things that we can check out if we decide to go there, Benny-nim. Thank you for tuning in and texting in as well. We'll take a quick song break and we'll be right back. This is Major Look by Meghan Trainor.
I could have my Gucci on. I go wear my Louis Vuitton. But even with nothing on, bet I made you look. I made you look. I'll make you double take soon as I walk away. Call up your chiropractor just in case your neck break. Ooh, tell me what you gonna do? Ooh. Cause I'm about to make a scene. Double up that sunscreen. I'm about to turn the heat up. Gonna make your glasses steam. Ooh, tell me what you gonna do? Ooh. When I do my walk, I can guarantee your job will drop. Cause they don't make a lot of what I got. Ladies, if you feel me, this your pop. I could have my Gucci on. I go wear my Louis Vuitton. But even with nothing on, bet I made you look. I made you look. Yeah, I look good in my Versace dress. But I'm hotter when my morning hair's a mess. Cause even with my hoodie on, bet I made you look. I made you look. And once you get a taste, you'll never be the same. This ain't that ordinary, this that 14 karat cake. Ooh, tell me what you gon' do? Ooh, when I do my walk, I can guarantee your job will drop. Cause they don't make a lot of what I got. Ladies, if you feel me, this your pop. I could have my Gucci on. I could wear my Louis Vuitton. But even with nothing on, bet I made you look. Said I made you look. Yeah, I look good in my Versace dress. But I'm hotter when my morning hair's a mess. Cause even with my hoodie on, bet I made you look. Said I made you look.
time for DJ David's Journal. Dear Diary, last week was a whirlwind. Before I even realized it, the entire week had passed in a blur. During busy times like these, I often skip proper meals, and sandwiches become my saving grace. Whether I make them at home or grab one on the go, they're my go-to for a quick, balanced meal. With carbs from bread, protein from meat, calcium from cheese, and vitamins from vegetables. Sandwiches truly pack a nutritious punch in one compact form. Recently, though, I heard a surprising comment about sandwiches. A British politician claimed in an interview that sandwiches aren't real food, and even described lunch breaks as a luxury for those who can't handle a demanding day. Can you believe that? His remarks sparked backlash, with critics pointing out that sandwiches are a cherished British tradition, and the British Sandwich Association even revealed they contribute £8 billion to the economy annually. This debate reminded me of Korea's never-ending argument over sweet and sour pork sauce. Should it be poured over the dish, pumok, or served on the side for dipping, jikmok? You know, the topic is divisive, but at least there's a compromise. Split the dish so everyone can enjoy it their way. It's funny how these quirky food debates often stir such passionate opinions. While they may seem trivial, they reflect the importance of respecting diversity and different perspectives. After all, growth comes from learning to understand and appreciate each other's differences. Now I'm curious, what other food debates are out there? Welcome back. You're tuned into For Your Busan. The time is now 4:37 in the afternoon. Today's text topic is, if you had the chance to go, that almost sounded like I was singing. No. If you had the chance to go somewhere this winter, where would you go and why? Tell me the country and the city name. We've had 2761번님 tuning in and texting in for the first time. Welcome to For Your Busan. And they said, I would like to visit Sapporo, Japan, but too expensive. Don't even think about how much it'll cost. Just, this is just for wishing, wanting. So it's okay to say wherever and what you want to see. So what's there to see in Sapporo, Japan? If I think of Sapporo, Japan, I just think of that beer, right? I think it's famously known for that particular beer. And I just know that it's snowy there. And it's probably beautiful there as well. Thank you for texting in 2761번님. Benny님 with a response back saying, in Cebu, the province has the Magellan Cross located in Cebu City. It has like souvenirs. You can buy a lot of souvenirs like guitars and things like that. And I remember saying Yoon Jung-nim mentioned about how she wanted to see whale sharks there as well. And wow, speaking of the devil, Choi Yoon Jung-nim just tuned in saying good afternoon. Good afternoon to you too. Now, yeah, Choi Yoon Jung-nim just tuning in, and anyone just tuning in right now, tell me where you want to go this winter, what city, what country, and why. That is today's text topic. All right, we'll go right into our next segment though. We have, who do we have? 부산핫플.
You are now listening to For Your Busan with David Kim. Stay tuned every day from 4:05 to 6 p.m. for more.
We have Jimmy.
Yeah.
How you doing, Jimmy?
Jimmy in the building.
Jimmy Domino in the building. Said Benny name.
Right.
Yeah, you feel good?
Yeah, you make me laugh. So,
oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm giving you the happy virus energy.
For sure.
All right. Well, I bet you had a stoked weekend because every weekend you go out to see some event, do something, go to a festival, check them out, interview some cool people, and you bring all that audio clip to us, which means you don't rest, Jimmy. When do you ever rest?
I do rest time to time, but
we need mehmet time for Jimmy.
I love my job, so it's all good.
You're a workaholic,
Yay!
man.
That's what it's all about.
All right, Jimmy, welcome to have you here.
Right, thank you for having me.
And I'm kind of excited. Which event you're going to be talking about today?
Well, I'd like to actually introduce and explain about the event that it just actually kicked off.
Okay.
On 14th of this month.
I think I know what it is.
We all know what it is.
Because we talked about it in the news segment with Hong Dang.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was out at the Haeundae beach area and Gunamlo Street because of the Haeundae Light Festival. Yes. As I said, it just kicked off about 2 days ago on 14th of December, and it will be held until the next year, February.
Yes, February the 2nd, right? Mm-hmm. Right. So there are quite a few venues now that have the light festivities happening. One at Millak Waterside Park. You've mentioned this as well.
Right.
There's probably one in Nampodong area. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Any department store, you'll go see some lights there as well. But
for sure,
the most recent one that opened over the weekend was the Haeundae Light Festival. All right.
Yes, and over the past few weeks, I was actually in indoor spot to actually interview people.
Yeah.
But yesterday, I was to be honest, man, I was freezing.
It was cold yesterday.
Yeah, so I actually had to find and search for the right people to do the interview.
Okay.
But I definitely had a great time because to get some of course, cold but fresh air.
Right.
Yeah.
I know we have listeners from all over Korea and maybe people from outside of Korea tuning in, and you guys might be laughing. How cold can Busan get, really? But the thing is, here in Busan, we are by the shores. We're by the beach, and so the winds are just kind of crazy sometimes.
Yes.
And the wind chill effect is real.
And it was yesterday.
Yesterday was really cold. I mean, it was like 5 degrees outside, but with the wind chill, I'm thinking it was probably in the freezing temperatures.
But even with that freezing temperature, I was really happy because there were so many people out there to check out those new, light festivals.
Exactly.
And many people were gathered around in the giant big Christmas tree taking photos. So I was really happy. So this year, under the theme of the new wave, snow wave, out in Haeundae Beach area, and also the Haeundae Market, and in Gunamlo Street. So, from the all the way opposite side of the Haeundae station to the beach area, you can actually check out all those beautiful lightnings and lights and decorations and even trees.
Nice. All right. So, tell us about this place and some interviews that we're going to be playing, right?
Yeah, so admission is actually free of charge for this event. So once you go out there, you can actually check out all those beautiful lights. And then it actually displays daily from 5:30 p.m. to midnight. So you can see and check out some of those magical nighttime experiences.
Right. Just for your information, yesterday I went out to try and take a sunset photo. So I remember going out around 4:45-ish. That's when the sun sets.
Yeah.
And so for those who are wondering, so when can I see the lights? You can probably see it from around 4:30 when it's slowly getting dimmer and darker.
True.
And so around 4:30, like now, kind of 4:45 right now.
Right.
From now until 6 p.m., it's going to be bright, but not completely dark, but bright enough to see the lights and everything.
For sure.
Yeah.
So as for the first interview, I had an interview with the team leader of the tourism and festival team in the culture and tourism department at Haeundae district office. And we actually talked about the overview of this festival. So let's listen to the audio clip together.
네, 간단하게 자기소개 부탁드리겠습니다.
예, 반갑습니다. 저는 해운대구청에 근무하는 관광축제팀장 손연서라고 합니다. 반갑습니다.
비축제에 대한 간략한 소개 부탁드리겠습니다.
예, 해운대 비축제가 올해로 2014년부터 시작했습니다. 그래서 올해로 11회째를 맞이하고 있는데요. 올해 비축제 기간이 내일부터 14일부터 내년도 2월 2일까지고요. 그 점등 시간이 5시 반부터 밤 12시까지 점등이 진행이 됩니다. 올해 이제 주요한 거는 작년까지도 물론 아름다웠지만 올해는 미디어 아트를 또 도입해서 스마트 트리, 미디어 파사드 이런 볼거리, 체험거리를 더 많이 좀 늘렸습니다.
개인적으로 우리 팀장님께서 이번 연도에는 꼭 놓치지 말아야 한다라는 게 있으면 어떤 게 있을까요?
올해는 저희가 체험을 좀 많이 늘렸습니다. 그래서 제일 눈에 띈다고 생각하시는 거는 눈을 주제로 해서 했기 때문에 구남로에 눈 내리는 연출을 했습니다. 5분마다 1분씩 눈 내리는 연출을 했는데 그게 인기가 많을 거로 생각됩니다. 많이 오셔서 체험해 주시면 감사하겠습니다.
마지막으로 담당자님께 비축제란?
많이 준비한 만큼 좋은 삐축제가 될 거라고 확신을 합니다. 저희 해운대 삐축제 내년 2월 2일까지 오셔서 함께 행복한 시간 같이 즐겨주시면 감사하겠습니다.
Yeah, of course, the last year's Light Festival was beautiful too, but this year they actually tried to focus more on the media art and also the hands-on experiences. So they are really expecting to have a lot of visitors and tourists.
Right. When you go see it, I mean, I saw it last year as well, and every year when they do this, it just seems like a lot of work has been put in there.
For sure.
You know, if you've ever tried setting up Christmas tree at home, you know how much
effort and
how much energy goes into setting up that one tiny Christmas tree. But then think about it. We're talking about a public area size display.
Right.
It's not just one or two. It's a lot of different lights. So a lot of time and resources have been put in it. And so it's definitely worth checking it out.
Definitely.
All right. You also got to talk to some other people?
Yeah, I actually got to talk to one of the the family citizen came from Dongdaegu district. So, yeah, we talked about the, Light Festival together. So, let's listen to the audio clip together.
안녕하세요. 간단하게 자기소개 부탁드리겠습니다.
네. 동래구에서 온 박한송이라고 합니다.
네, 어제부터 시작된 해운대 비축제 지금 현장에 이렇게 와 계신데요. 막상 와보시니까 어떠세요?
아직 해가 지금 안 져가지고 지금 빛이 다 안 들어와서 좀 아쉽기는 한데 빛 들어오면 되게 좀 이쁠 것 같아서 기대하고 있어요.
그래서 지금 기다리고 계시는 중인데 이번 방문이 처음이실까요?
아니요, 처음 아니에요. 거의 해마다 올 것 같아요.
매년마다 오셨는데 올해는 좀 어떠세요? 이렇게 둘러보시니까?
지금 올해는 다른 때랑 다르게 미디어 아트 쪽으로 좀 많이 돼 있다 그래가지고 지금 그거 보려고 지금 기대하고 있어요.
이렇게 또 가족 단위로 오셔서 지금 기다리고 계신데 굉장히 또 추워요. 근데 말씀하셨던 것처럼 아직 빛이 안 들어와서 저녁 때까지 그렇게 기다리시다가 빛이 들어오면 아름다운 이 빛 경광들을 보고 가실 계획이신가요?
네, 지금 아기가 지금 아직 어려가지고 그 저녁 늦게까지는 못 있을 것 같고 이제 해지기 전이랑 해지고 난 후랑 이제 좀 보고 그리고 이제 주변에 그 시월즈 그 아쿠아리움 있어가지고 거기 들어가서 조금 돌다가 해지면 다시 나오려고 지금 준비 중이에요.
알겠습니다. 감사합니다. 추우신데 구경 잘하시고 즐거운 시간 보내시길 바랍니다. 감사합니다.
Yeah, she came over with her family, and then she definitely enjoyed last year too. But then this year, she expected to see a beautiful lights. But then she kind of showed up a little bit early. But still, the whole atmosphere was great.
Yeah, my bad on that. I said you could probably check out all the lights at 4:45. No, I saw it again. The lighting comes on at 5:30 p.m.
5:30, yes.
Yeah, but it gets dark around 5 o'clock anyway.
Sure.
And probably makes sense to turn on the lights at 5:30 p.m.
Definitely.
I'm pretty sure electricity would cost a lot too. But it's beautiful there. All right, so you talked to one family. Did you also get to talk to the remainder family members or what?
I actually got to talk to a tourist family who came all the way from Namyangju, Gyeonggi-do area. And yeah, he was third grade in middle school and he was really, really happy to do this interview together with me. So thanks to him, let's listen to the audio clip together.
안녕하세요. 간단하게 자기소개 부탁드리겠습니다.
네, 안녕하세요. 경기도 남양주 쇼평동에서 온 중학교 3학년 학생입니다.
네. 우리 또 중학생이신데 가족이랑 이렇게 여행을 오신 것 같은데 어제부터 해운대 비축제를 시작했어요. 막상 이렇게 백사장에서 꾸며져 있는 이런 구조물들을 보시니까 좀 어떠신지?
일단 이 구조물 뒤에 있는 저 하늘도 너무 이쁘고 지금 이 상황도 너무 딱 알맞는 것 같아 좀 행복합니다.
이번 해운대 비축제 방문이 처음이실까요?
네, 처음입니다. 근데 막상 와보니까 저는 정말 이 4시간 거리가 후회되지 않을 정도로 좋습니다.
와, 너무 좋네요. 그러면 이게 어제부터 시작해서 내년 2월 달까지 진행하는데요. 친구들하고 기회가 된다면 또 그래도 한번 나는 비축제가 끝나기 전에 방문해보고 싶다 이런 생각이 좀 드시나요?
거리가 비록 멀지만 언제든 한 번은 또 와보고 싶은 요양이 있습니다.
아, 감사합니다.
Yeah, it was definitely his first visit, but then he's willing to come back within next February with his friends if he ever get to have a chance because he really loved the whole atmosphere.
I bet. And if you're listening to us via Notubu Live, we have pictures that Jimmy took at the day, like on the day of when it opened, and you can see different things to check out at the beach.
Yeah.
And you can kind of imagine how it looked like at like 8 p.m., 9 p.m. when it's really
For
dark.
sure.
But right now you can see like this big igloo structure.
The only
Dome
reason,
structure.
the only reason that I kind of went earlier because I kind of wanted to go at night to take photos and show it to you guys.
Yeah.
But then once it's too dark, it's gonna be harder for me to actually ask for the interview to
I
the
see.
people. So.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm not blaming you, Jimmy.
Yeah.
And it's better to see the landscape, the backdrop, and
For sure.
everything because like in the interview we've heard how he said that the clouds look really cool.
Right. He
So-
said, yeah, even without the light, he loved the backdrop. Yes.
Exactly. So Haeundae is such a beautiful place.
It is.
Any other audio clips, or was that the last
Yeah,
one?
that was the last one, and I would just like to recommend those of you who's willing to visit, maybe this weekend, make sure to carry your thick jacket.
Yeah, make sure to dress appropriately. Wear a scarf if you need to, a toque or a hat, anything to keep you warm.
Yeah.
Just don't catch a cold.
Right.
Don't catch a cold.
And we always talk about this, but if you're willing to visit here during the weekend, make sure to take the public transportation because you're gonna have a tough time finding a parking lot.
Oh yeah.
Parking space.
Oh,
so
yeah. For sure. Yeah.
No.
I highly discourage anyone taking their car, especially in the weekend.
For sure.
Yeah, I always try to take the subway. Subway is really good. Buses are okay as well.
Because why? I mean, from the subway station to the venue, it's a walking distance.
It's walking distance, and also you can see a lot of things
Right.
up to the beach.
That's why.
Yeah, that's the Gunamno, isn't it?
It is.
It is. So from the subway station, the light festival happens. So
Yes.
Anyway, awesome. Thank you for checking this out and giving us updates on what to check out. Remember, guys, it's until February the 2nd, so got lots of time, but, we're nearing Christmas, too, so why not check it out early? Thank you for coming in, and see you next week.
Yeah, I'll see you guys next week.
All right, that was Jimino, the Domino, with us. That's the nickname given by Benny Nim. I like it. Jimino the Domino. All right, we're going to take a song break to wrap up the first hour, but we'll be back at 5. Don't go anywhere. This is Last Train to London by Electric Light Orchestra.
It was 9:29, 9:29 Backstreet Big City. The sun was going down, there was music all around, it felt so right. It was one of those nights when you feel the world stop turning. You were standing there was music in the air. It should have been away, but I knew I'd have to stay. Last train to London, just heading out. Last train to London, just leaving town. But I really want tonight to last forever. I really want to be with you. Let the music play on down the line tonight. It was one of those was in your eyes. I really should have gone, but love won't allow. Right straight to London, just heading out.
Your Bridge to the World. BEFM 부산 영어방송.
새로운 다우니. 건조기를 사용하면 섬유유연제 향기가 사라진다고요? 깜짝 놀라실 거예요. 다우니는 건조기를 사용한 후에도 향이 오래오래. 그래서 입는 순간까지. 다우니 7일간 피어나는 향수. 다우니.
부산의 축제 어디까지 즐겨보셨나요? 과거와 현재, 미래가 공존하는 항구도시 부산. 이곳 부산은 계절을 물들이는 다양한 축제로 늘 풍성합니다. 봄의 시작을 알리는 봄꽃 축제부터 부산의 여름을 만끽하는 바다축제, 전 세계 영화인들이 모이는 부산국제영화제와 새로운 시작의 해맞이 축제까지. 부산의 축제는 우리의 열정을 가득 담고 있습니다. 바쁜 일상은 잠시 뒤로하고 특별한 시간을 선물 받는 바로 이곳 부산에서 우리의 삶은 축제가 됩니다. 축제로 하나 되는 부산. 여러분은 어떤 축제를 기다리시나요? 이 캠페인은 대선공익재단과 BFM 부산영어방송이 함께합니다.
부산 글로벌 도시재단 대표이사 전용호입니다. 부산은 대한민국의 굳건한 성장 동력으로서 물류, 금융, 영상, 관광, 문화, 디지털, 첨단 산업의 중심지인 글로벌 허브 도시로 나아가고 있습니다. 이를 위해 부산 글로벌 도시재단은 부산을 대표하는 도시 외교의 플랫폼을 지향합니다. 세계 평화도시 부산의 브랜드를 강화하는 부산 UN 유크와 부산 글로벌 도시 포럼, 유라시아 도시외교단, 개발협력 포럼, 그리고 세계 시민축제는 부산의 소프트파워의 상징으로 자리매김하고 있습니다. 부산 영어방송도 시민과 함께 영어하기 편한 도시, 세계와 경쟁하며 더불어 살아가는 부산을 만들어가겠습니다. 시민이 행복한 글로벌 허브 도시 부산, 부산 글로벌 도시재단이 함께합니다.
The weather is so nice today. I'm sure this won't be a big deal.
A 3-second long lapse in judgment can burn up an entire mountain, which will take 100 years to recover. We can protect these lush forests if you follow these guidelines. First, do not bring flammable materials to the mountains. Second, do not cook or camp in the mountains. Third, do not litter cigarette butts. Your small actions are the first step towards protecting the beautiful forest. This campaign is brought to you by BEFM 부산영어방송.
The time is now 5 o'clock.
포열 부산?
That's it. 포열 부산 아닙니까? There you go.
원래는 울산 사람이니까 포열 부산 내리죠 이렇게.
You're absolutely right.
포열 부산.
Perfect. 포열 부산. Yes.
할까요? 포열 부산. 잠깐만요.
You're now listening to For Your Busan with me, David Kim.
Hi, what's your name and where are you from?
Hello, my name is Rasul. I'm from Uzbekistan, living in South Korea for 2 years.
All right, first of all, tell us what brought you to Korea?
Actually, I was really interested to studying in Korea, listening advices from my friends and some relatives who study in Korea. So after my graduation, in high school, right after that, I just applied to some universities like Incheon and this Busan University of Foreign Studies. I got accepted to both, but I chose this university because of the city, which is right now in Busan that we're living. That's why I chose Busan, which is really good location for studying.
And why did you choose Busan over Incheon? What do you think made Busan a better choice?
I think I'm a person who loves warm weather, and I think in Incheon, in winter, it's so cold, right? And even in summer, you don't enjoy your summer, maybe, because there are no beaches that you go for swimming with your friends, and that's why I chose Busan, which has many beaches to enjoy.
So you've been here for how long now?
I came here in 2022, fall semester. It's been more than 2 years.
What has been the hardest part adjusting to life in Korea?
The most important thing that I should mention, I think, is learning Korean. Was my biggest difficulties, because before coming to Korea, I was actually planning to continue my studies not in Korea, as of planning USA or some European countries. As I said, I didn't have not so many relatives or friends to get advice. I just had some updates about studying in Korea. That's why I just chose Korea. And after coming to Korea, my Korean was not really good. It helped my Korean friends helped me a lot, I can say. But still, maybe I can say a little bit struggling with it, but I'm doing my best.
And why do you think so many people from Uzbekistan want to come to Korea? Is there some special relationship between the countries?
I think in the last few years, the relationship between South Korea and Uzbekistan is got really good. I think first important thing I can say, getting a visa is being easy for Uzbekistan people. For example, in Uzbekistan, people are studying and just want to study abroad. I think for European countries, getting visa is kind of hard, and I think maybe, and the situation which is happening in European countries, right? And that's why maybe they choose South Korea to study, and which is also the culture. Maybe for Uzbekistan people, the culture with Korea and Uzbekistan maybe has some similarities. That's why they choose studying here in Korea.
What do you think are the similarities between Uzbekistan culture and Korean culture?
I think besides from religion, I think the Korean people are also really appreciate the older people, the elderly. They really honor them. They visit them in winter seasons. I saw a video on Instagram, the people volunteers visiting some old people to help them live up in winter season, which is really cold, usually in Korea. And in Uzbekistan too, I remember myself visiting some old people in my street, right? In my neighborhood, even if they were not my relatives or some kind of older people. I think this point is really similar with Uzbekistan.
And what is your favorite thing about Korea?
Favorite thing about Korea? How can I say? I can't describe with one word, or it's busy. It has a lot of beautiful places. As I'm a travel person, I really like to travel like city to city, like which is kind of enjoyable. I can say in Korea you can just visit some city like in just one day, right? From one city to another city, like it takes at least like 4 or 3 hours a ride, maybe in a car. Travel point is really beneficial for me.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much and have a wonderful day.
Okay, have a good day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tegan, for the awesome interview with Rasul from Uzbekistan. He has been living in Korea the past 2 years, chose to come to Korea to study because a lot of people have been coming to Korea recently. And when choosing to come to Korea, he chose to live in Busan due to, being the coastal city, you have access to many different beaches here. The hardest part for him right now adjusting to Korean life is the Korean language. And he believes that Uzbekistan and Korea are similar because both countries have respect for the older generations, the elderly. And he tries to help out the elderly whenever he can. What a good young man he is. Thank you so much for coming to Korea and loving the culture, and just wish you the best of luck in your studies. You're tuned into For Your Busan. The time is now 5:07 in the afternoon. Today's text topic is, where would you like to go travel to? Like a country and a city. Let me know. Tell me the name of the country, the city, and what you want to check out, what you want to do in the city as well for, just for talks. Send it to pound 9050. Shop 9050. It'll cost you 101. A KakaoTalk message or YouTube live. We've had Che Yunjung-nim said she's been to Cebu and 오슬롭 가서 고래상어도 바로 내 눈 앞에서 보고 투말로 폭포 가서 무지개도 보고 마사지도 좋았고요. 세부로 놀러 가보세요. Yeah, it was kind of like a rap. I just missed the beat. But Tegan enjoyed her stay in Cebu, Philippines. But also, where else? Tell me where you want to go this winter season, a country and a city. That is today's text topic. We'll take a quick song break and we'll be right back. This is Manic Monday by the Bangles.
Italian street.
Shooby shooby dooby 나치 큐파가 stupid man.
It is Zooby Dooby time, which means it is time for a quiz. And every single day we have different themed quizzes. One day might be you guessing a city or a country related to Busan. Another day might be you guessing a food that I'm eating. Today it's an 이행시 poem quiz. I'm gonna be giving you a word in Korean, and based on that word, you have to send me a 2-line or a 3-line acrostic poem. Because if you do get selected as the winner through a random draw, you could win a prize. And we have different themed prizes as well every single day. Today might be coffee coupon. It could be a pizza 한판 coupon. Who knows what it is? As long as you participate, you get picked as a winner, then you'll find out. And so today's acrostic poem, the word for today's acrostic poem is 봉사. 네, 오늘은 봉사에 대해서 얘기를 조금 나눠봤는데요. 봉사로 이행시를 지어보도록 하겠습니다. 이 멋진 시를 보내주신 분들 중 추첨을 통해 선물을 드립니다. Send me a 2-line acrostic poem, starting it with the word 봉사. Lots of people, new people have been texting in, including Hwang 작가님. Are you the same Hwang 작가님 outside the studio? Or are you a different Hwang 작가? No idea. We've had also 클리마보라님. Welcome to the show as well. 오늘 이행시 주제 봉사입니다. Should I help you out with the 봉사? Because I don't know a lot of words that start with 봉, except for bonjour. So I'm gonna say 봉. Bonjour, comme ça va? 사. Sarang is in the air. Such a lame 이행시. That's mine. You can copy it, add some little flair to it. I have another one. 봉. 봉 from the chicken. 먹고 싶어요. 사. 사진으로 자꾸 보니까 배가 고파요. Send me your versions of the 이행시 using the word 봉사. 봉사 means volunteer in Korean, of course. Text it in, let us know. We've had our first takes from Cake Like Tudim. 봉준호 감독이 사랑하는 부산. Oh, nice. 봉준호. There we go. Benny님 saying, ooh, it's not 붕어빵, but for Benny님 it's 봉어빵. Close enough. 봉어 can be a type of fish too, right? So 봉어빵 사랑해. So interesting. I've only tried 붕어빵, but I've never tried 봉어빵. But, you know, they probably just look different but taste the same, right? Okay, we've had, let's see. 클리마보라님 saying, 봉은 뭐라고 시작하면 좋을까요? 좀 어려워요. 아, 그쵸. 어렵습니다. Foster Chang님, welcome, saying, what is this? What is 봉기? What's that? Jang PD, do you know what 봉기 is? Congrats, Nim texting and saying bonjour. Sa your Busan. What's sa your Busan? Like buy it? Buy? Oh, for your Busan. Oh man, I'm slow today. 오늘 좀 느리네요. 뇌가 뇌정지 오면서 좀 느립니다. Benny Nim saying, me too, I've never tried it. Yeah. If you ever get to try 봉어빵, let me know. I would love to know. Probably like a very different shaped 붕어빵, isn't it? I don't know what 봉기 means though. Foster Changnim, can you clarify what 봉기 is? No idea what that is. We've had 1970번님 saying, 오 이행시 봉투 열어봐라. 사라진 피자가 있을 것이다. 피자 일은 황 작가님 1970번님 texting in saying, maybe our Hwang 작가, the one outside of this studio, can help you out with this. Check with the coupon and see if you can get a replacement or something. I can't help you out with this one, but maybe our Hwang 작가 outside can help you out with that one. And then we've had 고수님 saying bonjour, sayonara. 갑자기 hi and goodbye네요. 뭔가 Who do you want to say that to, 고수님? 누구한테 혹시 하고 싶은 메시지 있나요? Who do you want to send that message to? 오늘 재밌네요. 문정은님 saying 봉. Same. Oh wow, 문정은님 and 고수님 뭔가 clicked. 문정은님 said the exact same thing as 고수님. Bonjour, sayonara. Is that like a from a movie or something? Like movie quote, wisdom quote 이런 데서 나왔나요? Curious. All right, send those messages in. Keep it coming. We're going to take a quick song break and we'll be right back. This is Fallen from the Sky by Glenn Hansard.
क्यों पागल stupid man?
You must have fallen from the sky. You must have shattered on the wrong way. You brought so many to life, and now you're by yourself. And there comes a point in every fight where giving up seems like the only way. When everyone has said on your own. If you need somewhere to fall apart, somewhere to fall apart. Well, the rules of Cain, the rights you made, the hours to crawl for those to blame, the broken glass, the fool that asks, the moving arrow to stop. You must have fallen from the sky. You must have come here in the pouring rain. You took so many through the light, and now you're on your own. If you need somewhere to fall apart, somewhere to fall apart. Well, the ruins of man, the bloodied rag, the fool, the bull, the powdered hag, the nights they make, the rattle lad, the wolves that follow the outed man, the fallen star, the way we are divine, the rules that never ever multiply. You must have fallen from the sky. You must have come here all the wrong way. You came among us every time, but now you're on your own. If you need somewhere to fall apart, somewhere to fall apart, will they call you saint, the basket case, the rules of thumb you have to break, the raging skull, the rag to the bull, the nails that drag in either hand. Well, I will make my work of that. I know this place, I know this time. You must have fallen from the sky.
Welcome back. We're in the middle of Zubi Dubi time. I asked you to send me your 이행시, two-line acrostic poem using the word 봉사. 봉사 means volunteer. 봉사. We've had 황 작가님 texting in. 봉침 한 방 맞으면 사라진 피자 생각이 싹 사라질 것이다. And then congrats,님 said, 작가님, 봉집 잘못 맞으면 큰일 나요. I guess congrats,님 doesn't really like 봉침. Now, 봉침, in case you're curious, is a specific needle, I guess, acupuncture type thing that you get at Korean traditional medical clinics. It's basically bead toxin with the toxin removed. Supposedly give you some cure to certain illnesses or difficulties that you might have with your body. I don't know if any of our listeners tried it. Some claim that it works fantastic. Some don't. But depending on who you need to get proper consultations with a properly licensed 한의사 doctor. Anyway, that was one cool acrostic poem. We've had Moon Jung-eun-nim with another take here with 봉사. What is 봉급? Is that like 월급? Yeah. Oh, really? What's the difference? 봉급 versus 월급. 봉급 sounds better than 월급. I want some 봉급 now. 문정은님 saying 봉급이 들어왔어요. 사기가 저하되네요. Oh, wow. 뭔가 큰 big words 쓰셨네요. 저하 means like king, right? 저하. But it also means like down. Like feeling not good, right? Okay, 문정은님 봉수가 사실 난 남자가 있는데. Oh, interesting. I hope 봉수기님 is listening and tuning in. 니엘님 봉 잡았네요. What is 봉 잡았다? Is that like 땡 잡았다? 오케이. 봉 잡았네요. 마트 가다가 사과가 1+1이라 한 개 값으로 2개 얻었네요. Oh, nice one. Thank you, Neil. I like yours. Nice and quick to the point. Simple. Okay. 윙봉 치킨 먹고 싶어요. 사주세요. 고수님, that's so random. You have to text in a 봉사 이행시, not like 윙봉 먹고 싶어요. It's funny. Okay, keep those messages coming in. We'll pick the winner, announce the winner, and then announce the winning 이행시. But for now, this is 노래방에서 by 장범준.
나는 사랑이 어떻게 이루어지는지 연구했지. 여러 가지 상황의 수를 계산해봤지. 그땐 내가 좀 못생겨서 네가 좋아하는 노래를 알아내는 것은 필수. 가성이 많이 들어가서 마이크 조절이 굉장히 조심스러웠었지. 그렇게 노래방으로 가서 그녀가 좋아하는 노래를 무심한 척 준비 안 한 척 노래를 불렀네. 그렇게 내가 노래를 부른 뒤 그녀의 반응을 상상하고 좀 더 잘 불러볼걸 노래를 걸거렸네. 사랑 때문에 노래를 연습하는 건 자연의 이치. 나르는 새들도 모두 사랑 노래 부르는 게 뭔가 가능성만 열어준다면. 근데 그년 남자친구가 있었지. 그것은 내 실수. 그 후로 혼자 노래방에서 복잡한 마음을 앓는데 몇 달을 혼자 노래방에 갔는지. 그렇게 노래방이 취미가 되고 그녀가 좋아하는 노래를 괜찮은 척 안 슬픈 척 노래를 불렀네. 그렇게 내가 노래를 부른 뒤 우연히 집에 가려 하는데 갑자기 그녀가 노래방에 가자네. 그렇게 나는 그녀를 따라 걸어보지만 괜찮은 척 사실 난 너무 많이 떨려요. 그녀 아무렇지 않아도 나는 아무렇지 않지 않아요. 근데 그녀는 아무렇지 않지 않대요. 무슨 말이냐고 물어보네. 그렇게 노래방을 나오고 그녀를 집에 데려다 준 뒤 무슨 일인가 괜찮은 건가 멍해버렸네. 핸드폰도 없는 늦은 새벽 집에서 계속 잠은 안 오고 그녀가 좋아하던 노래를 걸거렸네. 그녀가 좋아하던 노래를 걸거렸네.
That was 노래방에서 by 장범준. Welcome back. We're in the middle of our quiz show. I asked you to send me your two-line acrostic poem using the Korean word 봉사, which means volunteer. Let's see. We've had 황 작가님 tuning in saying 장봉준이네요. It was 잠깐만요. 장범준, but he or she made fun of the song artist's name because today's quiz is 봉사에 대한 이행시. And so 장봉준이네요. 재밌어요. I like it. Let's see. Yeah. Any last messages, last takes before our 작가님 chooses today's winner using the 봉사 as the acrostic poem? Oh, yes, we have chosen the winner. We're going to give away 커피 한 잔 쿠폰 to 8109번님. 축하드립니다. You're the winner for today's 이행시 contest. 축하드립니다. And thank you all for tuning in and texting in. But don't go anywhere. We have Hailey in the studio for our next segment, Busan's Tale 꼬.꼬.부.
Tune in to For Your Busan, featuring local news, events, and interviews with people in the community. Hosted by David Kim, airing from 4:05 to 6 p.m.
봉사. Tails.
We have Hailey in the studio.
Hello, everyone. I would like you to welcome me every day, well, every week, whenever
Every
you
time
see
like
me.
that?
Yeah.
You like it?
Not even in the studio, but just
outside?
We do run
If I
into each
ever-
other. I think
Yeah.
usually Friday, some days at
Yeah.
like 9 o'clock in the morning, like on the street
Yeah.
outside.
Okay.
I would like you to do that.
I'll try.
Yeah.
I'll be like, Hailey! People think I'm crazy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of like sneak out and just pretend I don't know you. I'm just
I
like,
guess then I'll be wearing my sunglasses and mask or something.
okay, all right, sounds good. It's a deal.
All right.
Yes.
Welcome to today's show and
Thank you.
segment. Hailey, before we kick things off, today's quiz was about making an 이행시 using the word 봉사.
Okay.
봉사.
Okay.
And I want you to give me your take
All right.
on the 이행시. But before you do, we had one more listener texting in their version of 이행시.
I'll give you the letters. 봉.
봉. Climavora name said bonjour. Bonjour.
사.
사바. 모르겠어서 다른 분들 거 보고 베꼈어요.
Oh, bonjour, ça va?
Bonjour, ça va, good.
Very nice.
Now, this is TMI, I guess. Bonjour에서 봉은 굿이잖아요.
Right.
Jour is day, so it's like good day,
Yeah,
right?
good day.
And I guess you could say bon anything. If
That's
you're going to
true.
use the French word bon anything. And
Bon,
you could,
yeah.
Bon nuit, bon...
Good night, I'm assuming.
Bon... What's...
I took Spanish.
Oh, yeah.
See, I
bon
took
juice.
Spanish, so
Oh, is it similar then?
it's buenos dias, so
Ah.
bueno, bon, good.
Nice.
yes.
Okay, I'll do
All right,
this
I'm
time
ready. Okay,
for you, okay?
I'm ready.
Bon.
봉 잡았다, David.
What? Hold on a sec. What does that mean?
I'll tell you later.
Okay. 사.
사주세요. Dinner. I don't know.
잠깐만요. I don't even know what it is.
Coat. 봉 잡았다. It's like you're kind of like a push. It's a slang.
행운 잡았다?
Yeah, but in a kind of a negative way because like you're my 봉 잡았다. So it's like you're kind of the pushover that you need to buy me stuff. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to have to use that one
It's
next
like
time.
it's kind of like if you don't use it on a person to a person, it's like eureka. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So when something good happens, you're like, 봉 잡았다.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
But then if you use it on a person, you like it's not a great thing about you. Like you are kind of a pushover.
Ooh, that's
yeah,
not good.
yeah, it's not good.
I'm not like that.
Yeah, you're like a limp noodle.
No. That's weird.
That is
Ew,
weird.
limp
But
noodle
hey, that's
is
what
like
the expression is.
Soggy noodle.
It is
Oh.
like someone who's like spineless. There we go. Somebody who's spineless. Who like do whatever I tell you to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for
Yeah.
teaching me what
You're
봉,
welcome. So
봉 잡았다
사주세요.
means. Okay,
Dinner.
thank you. 봉 잡았다 사주세요. I like it.
Thank you.
Good
Thank
one.
You. Thank you.
All right, Haley here is here. Kelly here is here. Haley is here for our next segment, Busan's Tale 꼬.꼬.부, where we go over stories, historical facts, and things like that.
Okay, so actually this, who was it? Simavornims Yangsi
Yeah.
Bonjour, ça va is kind of an interesting, appropriate leeway into a segue into our segment, which is Busan Tales. So you're like, why
What does that
bonjour?
have to do with that?
Why?
Yeah.
But here's my train of thought. Hear me out. And this is because I scour the webs. Actually, these days, the library, also the inside of my head on what to do for this segment. It's a labor of love.
Yeah.
Love you all. And then my brain's also screaming. So, I try to get inspiration from all across the world, the city, the calendar, what have you.
We
So-
appreciate it a lot.
Thank you. I love being here. But are you a fan of architecture?
The thing is
I mean, you
about
don't need to
architecture,
know about
I
architecture.
just like looking at structures.
Pretty buildings,
you know?
right? So, okay, so what is your favorite building? Like in your mind, and also our listeners, in your heads, what are the coolest buildings? 내 생각에 가장 멋진 건축물은?
In Busan or outside?
I mean, it can be
anywhere?
anywhere. In Busan, sure, but it could be anywhere.
I like the Parliament Hill in Ottawa, Canada. But I also really like the modern tech buildings like we have at Busan Cinema Center.
Right. Oh, it's very
or
cool building.
Marine City, like that area.
Just the whole skyscrapers.
Yeah.
I see. All right. Then what building or buildings make you feel like you're at home? Like it just gives you, it could be like this majestic feeling, this 웅장한 벅차오르는 feeling. Or it could be like you feel at ease, you feel centered.
I feel like 광안대교. When I look at it, I
You're
feel
like
at home.
you're home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's such a beautiful bridge as well.
It's true.
And so now that I've been here for so long, I just consider whenever I see the 광안대교 bridge, I'm like, yeah, I'm home.
And that's
It's
also
nice.
like a logo on a lot of city
Oh, yeah,
stuff.
for
And you're like,
real.
oh yeah, that's Busan. You're home. That's a good point. For me, like inside of a building, I've realized the Busan Library is, I feel so centered.
Wow, that just tells you like you love reading books. You're so smart.
And I was
me,
writing
I'm just
this.
like some
I was just
guy who's just like, wow,
kind
the bridge
of
is
also,
cool.
my home is a mess right now. It is a hot mess. Like my work area, aka our dining room table, is like vomiting books at this moment and other things. But yeah, so I was like, I can't concentrate here. So instead of cleaning, I just went to the library because people have flaws and that's my flaw. But in any case, so that got me thinking about buildings. Also, I mean, what's the bonjour connection? Because last week in world news, Notre Dame, 대성당, the cathedral unveiled itself after a long but also really quick 5-year rebuilding process. Because remember, 5 years ago, a massive fire burned through that beautiful, beautiful cathedral. And President Emmanuel Macron, I mean, he was still the president back then, so that shows you how quick it's been. He made this promise that they were going to rebuild in 5 years. And he was going to go under budget. And everyone was like, that's a lie. That's impossible. He did it. And then there was this massive ceremony, very impressive, not only the time, but just the dedication and the beauty of that building. And just kind of what kind of place it held in the French people and especially the Parisians' heart. So that got me thinking, is there a place like that in Busan, in South Korea? So I think, we go to the capital for that. I mean, Paris is also the capital of France and, lots of great buildings there. So in Seoul, people might think 경복궁,
Sure.
Gwanghwamun, Sungnaemun also parallels with the fire aspect of it all. But then in Busan, we think of what's a work of architecture, a building, a site that's number one, a marvel of architecture in and of itself. So it's just beautiful to look at, but also holds a special place in the city's history and the hearts of its people. So, listeners, I want your thoughts because I think everyone has different opinions. And, once again, I'm also kind of going around looking for ideas. What building do you love? What building should I deal with next? So that got me thinking. So I went to the books and the pages of books and, online. And in my humble opinion, and, we can refute Pomosa Temple.
Pomosa's nice.
It's really nice.
It is. And I think all temples look really nice. And
that's true.
But why do you say Pomosa?
All right, because it's not just the fact that it looks nice. So my goal is to convince you by the end of this segment, and I have 20 minutes, 15-ish minutes, that Pomosa is kind of, I don't want to say Busan's Notre Dame. They're not comparable. They're completely unique and different in their own ways. But why Pomosa is one of the most representative buildings and sites in Busan. All right.
Yeah.
So you probably know this as the Buddhist temple. Beautiful. It's a great tourism spot, great hiking spot. I mean, it's still warm enough where some trees still have colored leaves, interestingly enough. And then maybe if you are even into kind of history, you probably know this is one of the top 3 temples. Koreans love Haeundae, the top 3 something.
Okay.
And in Gyeongnam, so this is Gyeongnam 3대 사찰. These are Yangsan Tongdosa Temple, Hapcheon's Haeundae Temple, and Pomosa in Busan.
I love Pomosa too. It's really, I want to visit it in the daytime, what do you call it, on a weekday, but I'm here working, so I can't.
Right.
And then when I do have time on the weekends, I just can't because there's too many people.
There are a lot of people. That's true.
Especially in the fall season when the trees are, turning colors.
There are cars lined up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and so that's the reason why I
think now's a good time.
You think?
Because we're past the fall foliage season, obviously, but it's not so cold that you have to worry about, freezing.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe now, maybe this coming weekend.
Yeah, Pomosa definitely. I love it. All right. So let's start from the top. When and how it was created.
All right. So what do you think? What images come to your mind when you think of a temple? 절, Buddhist temple.
Old architecture. The gong or the bell. Lots of stairs. You're not gonna find elevators there.
No, definitely not.
But there are ways you can get around if you. There are slopes and ramps.
Yes, so it is wheelchair accessible. You just have to have very strong arms.
Most of the time. Pretty good sized parking space, but there are a lot of cars these days too.
That's true.
Okay. This, what do you call it? Unpaved roads. Dirt road?
흙길, 돌길. Yeah. So there's a
비포장도로?
비포장도로. There we go. Well done.
Okay.
비포장도로.
Yeah.
So, we think of kind of analog. It's calming.
Yeah.
It's very serene.
Yeah. Countryside,
woods,
quiet.
Trees. They're both same things.
Lots
Birds
of nature.
chirping. Exactly,
yes.
nature. So, which is all true. But interestingly, the very beginnings of Pomosa was the opposite of peace and serenity.
Oh, yeah?
So what is opposite of peace? War.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, war and peace. So it was actually a temple constructed to fight. It is what's called a patriotic temple or 호국 사찰, literally built to protect the country from outside invaders.
And you know what? If you say it like that, it kind of makes sense because it is in the mountains.
Yeah, so it works like a fortress.
It does.
Right. So there are 2 theories on how Pomosa was built. The theory number 1 is these are both during Silla dynasty under King Haeundae. Theory number 2 is King Munmu, Haeundae Wang or Munmu Wang. So the first lore with Munmu Wang has it that Munmu Wang, King Munmu, was struggling with ways to stop the Japanese from invading the country. One day, he had a dream or a premonition a kind of a prophecy disguised as a dream, where he was told by these mystic figures to go to Mount Kumjongsan, with this one famous monk, read the scripture and pray for 7 days and 7 nights. And this will bring all of the patron saints and spirits to protect the country.
Okay.
So he did. He summoned this great monk Uisang and constructed the temple. Another story with King Haeundae has another god or Holy Spirit appearing in the king's dreams, where he said, and if you could read it in the most godly manner possible.
Oh, okay, I'll try. Do you know of a sacred mountain to the south? Atop the mountain is a pond of golden waters. In it swim golden fish, and 5 differently colored clouds always linger above.
So he got this designation for a spot to build a temple with golden pond, golden fish, golden clouds. And this kind of has connections to the name because Pomosa, so Sa is temple. Pom is a letter Chinese Sino character that's commonly used in Buddhism, but that all is the all that we know. It's fish.
Yeah.
It's 물고기.
I thought Bum was like a tiger.
No, it's surprisingly
So
it's not as a tiger and fish, but no, it's literally like the Buddhist fish temple.
Okay.
And you might be wondering why, because it is smack in the middle of the mountains.
Yeah.
Now you know why, because in the creation myth, it was the land with a golden pond and golden fish.
Cool. Okay. But yeah, as you said, this temple's history is anything but peaceful.
Right. So the temple was actually burned down during the Japanese invasion Imjinmweran in 1592. So the structure that we see today is not the original structure. It was rebuilt in 1602, and then the construction process lasted about 11 years. And during the Japanese occupation period, so we're fast forwarding quite a bit of history to the 1900s, Pomosa actually was a major ground for anti-Japanese and pro-independence movement.
So even then it was still,
Exactly. So it was kind of always this patriotic 호국 spot.
Okay.
So in the 1910s, the Joseon 총독부, so this was the Japanese government general of Korea, which ruled over Korea at the time, they announced a decree against Buddhist temples. It was called 사찰령. And you might be wondering, people usually don't touch religious facilities. They're kind of, they're sanctuary. You're not supposed to enter. Well, that was the whole point because religion, Buddhist temples have such a deep meaning in the Korean people's psyche and culture. It was a move to suppress Korean Buddhism, to kill off the country's culture. And of course, this was the period where they would ban people from using the Korean language and change people's names. And we do know about the names and the language, but I really didn't know about the religious aspect of it either. So here's the thing though. The monks were not gonna just sit there whilst the Japanese trampled all over their temples, literally and figuratively. And the followers didn't take it sitting down. So they formed this movement to continue Korean Buddhism. And this movement was called Imjaejong. And the secretariat of this movement was located in Pomosa. So literally ground zero. And it was a key ground for independence movements. Also, it was a major education site. So it schooled young monks who would also then grow up to be at the forefront of the independence movement. And then for Dongnae, because Busan was also, parts of Busan, that area was just Dongnae, kind of an independent city. For that March 1st movement, Pomosa was one of the organizing grounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay, so we kind of have now a full understanding of what Pomosa means for the country's and the city's history. Let's talk about the building itself.
Right, because my two-pillared theory, I'm going to go with the building metaphor here, bear with me, is a building to be kind of a symbolic building of a city needs to have an important part in the people's history.
Okay.
Check. Pillar built. Number 2, it has to be beautiful. Right? It has to be beautiful. The architecture has to be meaningful. So we're going to take a virtual tour. Close your eyes, not if you're driving, but close your eyes or just, go online, look at it. So first, we are going to as David said, park your car,
Yeah.
maybe walk up the hill. And first at the very, very entrance, we're not even at the gate, but on the trail leading the 비포장도로, leading up to the temple, you're going to see what looks like a 비석, a headstone.
Okay.
So it's just like a flat stone that's kind of vertical. And if you do read Chinese characters, it will say ha, like 나질 ha, like ha, and 마, 말마.
Oh, hama.
Hama, not the hippopotamus. It is, I mean, it's,
Right.
we say the same way, but hamasok. So it's the low horse rock,
Okay.
which is like, okay, so with the whole Pomo, the fish thing,
Yeah.
like what's with the animal metaphors?
Right.
It literally means lowering from the horse stone. So it was actually a footstool. It's a rather tall rock, but because horses are also taller, and when bureaucrats would come on their horseback, because, you can't just jump down. I suppose you can.
Oh, I see.
With all
so
your
they
height.
would use the hama
Exactly.
to step down.
Exactly. So that's why it's called the lower horse stone.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. So
We've had one question. Sorry to interrupt. Clemavoranim
Can I
said,
answer it?
Oh, you want to answer it?
I mean, no. Am I able to? Will
Yeah,
I
you
able
are.
to?
You're able to answer it. They said 아까 unpaved road 이야기 나와서 궁금한 거요. Loose gravel 무슨 뜻이에요?
So gravel is like little 자갈돌.
그쵸.
And then loose means like it hasn't been paved down. 그 포장이 뭔가 시멘트나 아스팔트로 이렇게 눌려서 다듬어지지 않은 돌들을 보고 loose gravel.
그렇죠.
이라고 합니다. 그냥 그 자갈돌. 길거리에 있는 자갈돌이죠.
맞습니다.
Right. So yeah, we're going to find a lot of loose gravel on your hike up to Pomosa. So let's imagine you're this bureaucrat from the Joseon dynasty. You're using that rock, the hamasok, as a footstool to come down, dismount from your horse.
Yeah.
Keep walking. You're going to get to the gate. The front gate of any major Buddhist temple will have this gate, and it's called 조개문. It's very wide.
It's not clam door.
It's not clam door. It's
Okay.
no, it is not. It's 조개, like 여의 조개문.
Oh.
It's really wide.
So does that mean like chicken gay?
No,
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
you can't ask me. You
Because
can't ask
every
me
time-
the
now-
Chinese questions
now
because
because
that's
it's like,
yeah.
there's
No,
hama
I think the animal
And
metaphors end here.
Ended. Okay.
Yeah,
My
I think
bad.
it's like 조개사, like
Okay.
the Buddhist order.
My bad.
But you especially, you want to watch your head,
Oh.
David, because that door, the gate, is really wide, but it's super low.
I think can you fit in?
I mean,
You have to
honestly,
duck as well.
It's been a while.
Oh, okay.
But then I do pride myself in never having to like bow down to go to those places. Like watch your head, and I'm like, where? Yeah, you gotta flex.
No, I think I've
somewhere.
seen this one, and I was like, wow, this is really low.
Yeah, like
Okay.
David has to bend down.
But
Well,
it's built like that on purpose, or what?
It is. It's not an architectural like mishap. It is on purpose because,
okay.
well, if you're gonna pass under it, you literally have to bow down and lower your posture. So it is physically making you humble and stay low to the ground. So you, in your heart and in your physique, you serve the Buddha.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Architecturally, though, let's kind of step back. The pillars, there are 4 pillars that hold up this gate. Usually, pillars are made of one material, rock or wood. It's both. So the bottom half is stone and the top half is wood. And that is actually a very characteristic of mid-Joseon era architecture. You know how like back in the day or a year ago, like mid-century architecture was all the rage? Well, this is mid-Joseon architecture. So that's in your little pocket of knowledge. And then let's go to the masterpiece of the temple. In any temple, the central piece is 대웅전. And this is called the main Buddha hall or like the main heroes hall. It's like ung as in 영웅.
Okay.
So this is in Buddhism what they call a dharma hall that houses the most important thing, the statue of the Buddha. In the temple. This, by the way, is a national treasure number 434, although we don't number them anymore, but, it's what it was. So the style, at first, it's pretty similar. The green roofs with the paintings, pretty similar across all temples. But no, look close, because this particular hall at Pomosa, you might notice that the roof especially, is not as grandiose. It's not very, wide. The thatched roofs do not go very far. It's not pointy. You might get this very calming, very humble, and the word of the year, demure feeling, like 단아한. And you might wonder why? What makes a roof humble and calming and demure as opposed to grand and majestic.
Okay.
The corners. Look at the corners because all the wood used to build the roof are cut with a rounded edge. So nothing's pointy. So it has a softer feel.
Oh, for a reason, right?
It was engineered that way.
Okay.
So this kind of a modest style roof, it does have to do with when it was reconstructed. Because going back to the history, remember when I told you the temple was burned down in the late 1500s because of Imjinwaran? Well, when they're trying to rebuild the temple, they're not just trying to rebuild that one temple. They're trying to rebuild the country. And the city has been just torn apart and burned to the ground by the Japanese, by this horrible war. So you can't drain a city's resources to build this one temple when there are literally starving people out on the road. So they kind of chose this modest style on purpose so it wouldn't be as consuming on all the resources of the country and the city. And by the way, this is one of the oldest wooden buildings in Busan. So yeah. And then we're going to take a walk around the outside of the building. You'll find some carvings and sculptures. I'm going to give you a challenge. It's like a treasure hunt.
Okay.
Look for a dragon, 용, a phoenix, 봉황, a crane, hak, and some clouds. Because it's the original builder's imagination, interpretation of what heaven would look like. So it's kind of a temple floating amongst the heavens.
Interesting.
All right, so now that we've done a full circle around the Daeungjeon, the Grand Temple, let's peek inside.
Okay.
And, at first your eyes are going to go to the Buddha. And, there are actually 3 Buddha statues there, another national treasure. But also look up. Look up to the ceiling because the ceiling is beautiful. It is incredibly intricate. Their depiction of the world where the Buddha lives. So we get a glimpse of the heavens and the Buddha's world. So that is your tour for the building itself.
Okay. What I also noticed there at the temple by the big parking lot was this big tree.
Yes.
Does that mean anything?
It is. So it's called, so there's this big tinamu, the Zelkova tree. Legend has it, these 2 famous monks met there. They planted a branch to commemorate their meeting. It grew to be this tree. And then during the Japanese invasion, the Japanese soldiers tried to cut that tree down to build a ship with it. Legend has it, lightning struck them and also struck the tree because that's why the tree has like a huge hole in the middle. At least that's the story associated with it. And then the tree was dying across all these years, but suddenly on August 15th, 1945, that tree sprung a new leaf.
Wow.
It just happens to be Independence Day.
Yeah, because when I went, it didn't look like it was dying.
Right. So believe it or not, but that is the lore.
Okay.
So to wrap up, whether it be, Notre Dame, Sungnaemun, Pomosa, these old buildings are not just meaningful because they're old or beautiful, but they carry the history of the city. And, the more you know, the more you can appreciate the treasure that sits in the middle of Kumjongsan.
Okay, wow. Thank you for bringing this to us. Now I feel like I'm going to go there and try to pay attention to all the little details that you told us about Pomosa.
It really gives you that connection, right?
It gives you a new insight as well, a different perspective. So thank you so much for taking the time, doing the research, and giving us this detailed report and story about Pomosa.
My pleasure.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
That was Haley with us for Busan's Tale 꼬.꼬.부. Unfortunately, we do have to wrap things up and say goodbye for today. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow for our Tuesday's live show. And so with this song, we'll say see you later, alligator. This is Close to You by the Carpenters.
Here, every time you are near, just like me, they long to be close to you. Why do stars fall down from the sky every time you walk by? Just like me, they long to be close to you. The day that you were born, the angels got together and decided to create